The students in this major are passionate about helping people, individuals with speech language communication disorders improve their communication effectiveness. So those challenges may stem from developmental conditions such as autism, developmental language disorders, or neurogenic acquired conditions such as stroke or traumatic brain injury.
I'm passionate about serving growing underserved populations.
I am passionate about providing affordable evidence-based practices for folks in need. So it's really expensive to get services, especially for rehabilitation after an injury or for kids who need it because they have language or speech difficulties.
I'm really passionate about supporting communication in all forms. It's a right that we have, and there's a lot of people who really take for granted that we're able to communicate, such as what we're doing right now, like having this conversation back and forth, being able to express yourselves, and even doing something as simple as like ordering, food that you want. So I think it's really important to be able to speak up for others and help those who maybe are in a situation where they're not able to communicate, maybe as well.
So our undergrad students can pursue, being a speech language pathologist or audiologist by completing advanced degrees, such as, a master's degree is required for SLP, speech language pathologist, and also a clinical doctorate degree is required for audiologist.
They could also take the SLIPA course, which is the Speech Language Pathologist Assistant course, get some clinical experience that way. So a lot of our students who are pursuing a BA degree might complete this elective course, and this course is eligible for state of California licensure as an SLPA, and these certifications are also accepted by our bigger organization, that is American Speech Language Pathologists Association.
Currently, I am an intern in an acute rehabilitation setting in a hospital. I felt really well prepared going into that internship because I had a good variety of courses in the program that targeted the adult population. And I was also able to get 2 adult on-campus internships, and that really prepared me for dealing with a variety of different disorders. For example, cognitive communication disorders, neurological disorders, and also swallowing disorders as well. So it's really nice to see all those different things in the clinical setting.
So when I joined this summer program, I was at an elementary school, and there were individuals like who were there, and some of them were verbal, some of them were nonverbal, and we were able to kind of carry these boards around with us and help them communicate their needs there. So if they wanted, let's say like apple juice, there would be an icon with apple and juice, and they'd be able to point to that. And that was just a really interesting experience because at that point I hadn't taken the class, like I said. So I was really learning along with these individuals. And it was so different because I was able to see that impact that it had in person.
My name is Bea Tapawan. I graduated from Cal State Long Beach with my undergrad in 2018, and then with my master's in speech, both in speech pathology, in 2023. I am a speech language pathologist. I am a school-based SLP, but I also part-time as a med SLP and a private practice SLP. I'm everywhere.
There are also a variety of other things that you could do after you have completed this major, mainly in healthcare or healthcare administration, public health. There is not a field that we cannot really fit into as speech language pathologists. Our options are open.
What's unique for our undergrad is our undergrad students can't complete an elective, but it's an elective course to complete, to become an SLP, speech language pathology assistant. So we offer elective SLPA practicum course.
So for undergrad, I think that SLIPA course was the most helpful for me. I was paired with different grad students that were studying to be SLPs, got to work with different supervisors, and just see how people actually learned how to be SLP. So that was very encouraging for me.
The SLP department prepared me by bridging theory and clinical practice. We have the privilege of having a university on-campus clinic. We get to work with a variety of different diagnoses and disorders. So they really pushed us to have those really strong foundational skills. And I really felt well equipped to enter my off-campus internships after that experience.
The program helped me prepare to be a speech language pathologist assistant in undergrad because you need an undergraduate degree or an associate's degree to be an assistant. And by that, I did a lot of didactic work. So we learned about all the definitions, all the meanings, anatomy, physiology, processes, development. And then I took that into practice when I was placed in an internship. So I did my internship at a high school and at an elementary school. And I worked with kids who needed help with their speech and language. And I feel like this is where I really learned, where they placed me for my placement. So I took everything I learned in classes and I put it together.
I had a professor named Dr. Benta Wilson, and she had some summer opportunities that she offered to us when I think like if you're in the Canvas like course, you can see like her announcing them. But the first one opportunity that I had was I believe it was a summer program at an elementary school.
We also have a wonderful student organization, which is a part of a bigger national body. It is the National Student Speech, Language and Hearing Association, or the NISLA, and we have a wonderful community of students belonging to the NISLA. This organization and body not only promotes community within our student population, but also have several events around the year that help students feel more prepared for their career in an SLP, and also open several doors in terms of networking opportunities with the national student body. And this organization is available both at the undergraduate and the graduate level. So students should definitely take advantage of being a part of this wonderful student body if they choose to.
I would also suggest going to or joining National Student Speech Language Hearing Association. Also, the acronym is NISLA. It's an organization dedicated to our club. And I was in the club for, I think, all 4 years of my undergraduate program, and I'm still in it now. And they're great. It's student run, and they essentially plan events with like medical SLPs, private practice SLPs, school-based SLPs, and you can really see like how these SLPs, sometimes they talk about like their experiences as well. So there's that insight that you might not be able to find on your own.
So just advice to give to current SLP students, either in undergrad or grad, is to just be open regarding like what future you want in the field. I know a lot of the first question that everybody asks you is like, oh, you're a speech therapist or you're studying to be a speech therapist. What population do you want to work with? And a lot of the times we're kind of pressured into answering like, oh, I want to work pediatrics or I want to work with adults. I only want to do hospitals. But I think the key thing is to make your experience worthwhile, your educational experience worthwhile, is to be open into trying different like settings.
So in terms of resources, the best resource is collaborating with your colleagues. It's really nice to bounce off ideas off of each other. It's also really nice to go to professors' office hours just to get clarification on the material and also to provide you with support in the program.
My advice for undergraduate students, first off, is in class, work as a team with each other. You're not competing against each other. This whole career is teamwork and collaboration.
Being an SLP undergrad student, we're hoping that you have an open mind to explore the unknown and also to develop the persistence to encounter challenges and to achieve goals, and of course to have a growth mindset to continuously learn and adapt.